Hi guys, this is Alec Stewart. Actually, Alec Stewart isn't my real name. My real name is Rafael Mayorga Lopez, which is a Spanish name, obviously. And I was adopted from Guatemala, so the name my birth parents gave me was Rafael, but the name my adopted parents gave me was Alec. So I took this test because I wanted to find out what my ethnicity is and what part of the world my ancestors came from, since I have no idea who my parents are and what their ethnicities are. Besides that they're Guatemalan, but I don't know. They could be Native American, Spanish, or I don't know, something else, black even. So I took this test to find out what parts of the world my ancestors came from, and I'm very interested in history and human migration and genetics. So I thought that this would be a really cool test to take. And so I'm gonna share my results with you. And one thing I want to say is I definitely hope to get something like Spanish in this for my results because I know that Guatemala was invaded by Spain and sometime in the 1400s, but I'm not sure. And I know that also the native people of Guatemala were the Mayans, and in other words, you could also call them Native Americans too, because they're native to the Americas, native Central Americans. So I expected to get that too. Um, I got my results about 6 months ago, but I wanted to share them with you guys to show you what I got. So I'm gonna read them to you. So it says 68% Native American. That was no surprise because, obviously, due to my facial features, as you can tell, I'm indigenous to Guatemala, so that makes sense. And it says primarily located in North America, Central America, and South America. Next, I got 21% European, and I got 10% Italy, Greece. Primarily, it says, if I click on it, it says primarily located in Italy, Greece. So that was a surprise to me because I don't know of any Italian ancestry but that exists in my DNA. But and especially since my biological parents both have Spanish last names, so I don't know how that could have gotten in there, but it's interesting. Then for the rest of Europe, it says 5% Ireland, 3% Great Britain, 2% Iberian Peninsula, less than 1% Europe West, and less than 1% Scandinavia. So those are all trace regions, what I just read to you, and trace regions basically means that ancestry is not 100% sure that they're a part of your genetic ethnicity, but they're only a little bit. So those things, for the Irish, the English, the Spanish, the I don't know, the German and the Swedish, that's not definitely a part of my ethnicity, but it could be. It's going way back, so they can't necessarily trace it back. But for the Native American and for the Italy Greece, those are under the category of main regions, which means that they're almost 100% sure that that it's a part of my ethnicity. So I expected to get at least 10% Spanish instead of 10% Italian because I know that Guatemala was invaded by the Spanish, not the Italians. So that's something I want to look into because I'm a little bit, you know, to me that seems a little weird, but maybe I just didn't inherit that Spanish that my mom had, and I just inherited Italian from a long distant ancestor. So you never know. So next I have 9% African, and that's also not really a surprise to me because I know that slaves came to the New World sometime in the 1400s from Western Africa, so maybe that's where it comes from. It says 3% Cameroon Congo, 2% Africa North, 1% Mali, less than 1% Benin Togo, less than 1% Africa Southeastern Bantu, and less than 1% Africa South Central Hunter Gatherers. So that's interesting. I never knew I was black, so that's cool. And last but not least, I have 2% Middle Eastern or West Asian, and it's under the trace regions category. So it says, if I click on it, it says primarily located in Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Oman, Yemen, United Arab Emirates, Lebanon, and Israel. So I don't know where that could have came from, but you know, that's interesting. Middle East. That's cool. So by taking this test, now I know what parts of the world my ancestors could have possibly came from, and I know that I'm Italian, so that's something I'm proud of. And yeah, I thought I suggest you do this if you want to find out what parts of the world your ancestors came from, and that's it. So I'm going to show you the results. Here, I'll put them on the screen for you. I don't know if you can see them. It may be hard to see, but uh, here, I'll move it. There we go. Sorry about that. Hang on, sorry. Here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share my results with you, and have a good day.